Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Lisi, aka the Brooklyn Book Belle, and welcome to today's video. Today is day 7 of Black Booktube is reading, and I thought it appropriate not just to talk about like books and bookish things, but things that being bookish led me to. Case in point, this is my 2026 book journal, and she is my heart and my soul, and she is also very neglected. Like, I have not pulled this out, I know, for at least 3 months. So the way that I set up my book journal, and please drop in the comments if you're a book journaler as well, but the way that I set up my book journal, every year I pick a theme. So last year's theme was Under the Sea. This year's is celestial. Next year's will probably be celestial as well, because that is just what I like and what I love. But yeah, there are quite a few things that have kind of fallen to the wayside. And so today, for today's video, I would like to catch up on finishing February's month. Like, I didn't put the dates, I didn't put a quote, I didn't put anything. I slapped the books into their places and didn't really write much, which is not good. But I want to do the spread and my layout for March and maybe April. If I could swing it, if I could do the cover pages for those two, that would be great. And I would like to update my 52 book challenge, because I feel like 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, I have quite a few books that I have read in that challenge that now need to go into the spread for that. So yeah, so this is just gonna be a very like low vibes, very chill video, because the next two that I have for you guys are like content heavy. So I just wanted to kind of like give a reprieve every now and again, and kind of, you know, show off my little hobby, right? This is something that I love to do, and I'll flip through so you guys could see this as well. But I love my book journal and I want to share it with you guys, and so I'm bringing you along. Let's play catch up in my book journal today. All right, let's go. Okay guys, so this is my 8x8 Archer and Olive journal. I got it last year. I don't know if it's still on the site, but if it is, I will drop the links down below. A lot of the items that I use in my journal have been collected over quite some time, but if I continue to do journaling videos, I will do better at dropping all of my supplies and doodads and dids down in this space underneath the video. But yeah, so this is my first, I think I posted pictures of my journal before, but I'm not an artist. I don't draw, and sometimes my handwriting is not legible. However, I do think that I can put a mean spread together. So this is my journal. This is my cover page. Oh, well, of course, I thought I had everything lined up so that I wouldn't have to move it, but let's just scoot her over. Here we are. And this is my cover page. Don't hide your magic. And of course, my nickname is Lisi. And I did this by layering different tear out sheets and metallic stickers and different things. And of course, my markers are a set from, who made these markers? They're an acrylic marker set. I think I got them probably on Amazon a couple years back. But yes, so this is my cover page, and I'm really proud of her, and she's very dinged up because I haven't really figured out how to like cut sheets and different things out of the notebook without messing up the integrity. But again, she's battered, she's bruised, but she's mine, and it's my personal project. So, but I'm sure I'll get better as I keep doing this. Okay, so 2026 reading journal, again, staying with my celestial theme, and then our first spread. So as you can see, I'll let kind of the camera settle a little bit. But this is my daily pages read spread, and as you can see, we are now in the month of June, and I have not done March, April, or May, and I could probably catch that up in a quick little, well, this is actually not a quick spread to make. So my key is I do a daily representation of how many pages I read, if I started a book, if I finished a book. And so that would mean just pulling out my story graph and making sure that they are correct. I have had some mess ups on this, so I actually don't want to go super fast, but you get the idea of what that spread is. The spread on the right is my monthly stats, and of course, again, I'm a couple months behind, so March, April, May, and we are now in June. But this reflects how many books I read, how many pages, how many fiction, and how many nonfiction. And it's supposed to also say how many 5-star reads I read. But if you know me, you know I really don't even like scoring books. But I should do it in my own journal, and I just haven't committed to it. So that will probably be blank, but that's okay. Again, we're learning through. I kept a couple pages blank just in case I came across some spreads that I wanted to do. And yeah, the year is still young, right? We're only 6 months into the year. And so I still have time to add and subtract. Now this spread, if you watch any of my videos, you know that I have been, or I was stressed buying books as I was finishing up my degree. If this is your first time watching my video, I recently graduated from graduate school. I got a master's in adult learning and leadership, and I'm trying to play catch up. And so this is a part of the things that kind of went to the wayside. So this spread is my wish list. So books that I want to purchase, and this will probably get filled up because I have actually decided that I am not buying any more books until I find a new job. And so we don't know how long that'll be, but we're praying that it's not super long. This is supposed to be the spread for books purchased. Surprise, surprise. That little sheet that you saw me pull out, look at the back, oh my god, are actually more books I have purchased. So I've already filled this up, so I need to figure out a way to have a second, third, and probably fourth page of books purchased, and I can do that in between month spreads later in the journal. Okay, so another spread that was started and we have not caught up. So on this side, I'm playing Booktress, or supposedly, where I'm supposed to put romance, fantasy, memoirs, historical fiction, young adult, urban romance, romantasy, thriller, literary classic, social commentary, education, and erotica. I'm supposed to use each of these as a puzzle piece here, and as you can see, she's not done. So maybe this is what we'll do today. And this is supposed to be reading through the alphabet. So every time or the first time I read a book that starts with an A, a B, a C, and it's supposed to be like a little notebook. But as you can see, I never colored her in, but I can do that. I can do that. Okay. Oh, another tracker that is not done. You know, I really shout out. Let me take a sip of wine. Hold on. Shout out to the girly pops who can keep up with their journal and that don't get kind of behind on the year. It's kind of like people who, you know, I love hearing, who are TBR people and who keep meticulous tracking of all of their reading, right? Like, that's mad cool. Y'all are cool. I wish I could be like you one day. But this also needs to be filled in. I have the titles of all of the book series, but I have not written in the books, and so I definitely need to do that. And this was just in case I started any new series, which I have actually, and I have read, so I need to reflect what I have read here on this page. And then this is the one that I said that we would work on today. It is the Step Your Reading Up spread. And as you can see, there are tick marks or spaces already carved out for quite a few of the prompts from this challenge that I created with Curls in the Hood. And so each little square is for the book that I read that matches that prompt. And I think I think I have read quite a few more of these prompts, and so I need to go in and put the ones that I have since read and finish writing them, because I mean, clearly, what are we doing, Felicia? This is ridiculous. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. It's not ridiculous. But we just clearly are behind and need to catch up. Okay. What was this going to be? This was going to be a month. Oh, my monthly faves. Oh my goodness. Okay. So yeah, so I can go in and do that. I actually know which books every month was my favorite, so I can definitely catch up on that. This is turning into a not we work, but maybe this is me holding myself accountable and showing you guys all of the things that I have not done in my journal, and all of the things that in the next video will be done by the time we have another video, because Felicia, this is outrageous. Okay, this is supposed to be my book bracket. I do love doing a book bracket every year, kind of like the March Madness. And so it'll be a month, the months, and then, you know, the 8 and then the 4, or the 6th and the 4th and the 2, and then yeah, so I definitely need to do that. Oh my gosh, I am so behind. I can't believe I let this get this bad. Okay, this needs to be a spread for all the books that I DNF'd, which I'm keeping track of in my story graph. So I just need to design this, and once I design this, then of course, you know, we'll be able to see the books that I have DNF'd. And then this one I just wanted to make kind of pretty. Okay, we have our work cut out for us, and this is not something we could catch up in one video. Oh, this was supposed to be a book club spread. It's my B Crew book club, and so this was from when I worked at J Crew on 5th Avenue, and 2 of my friends from there and I started a book club, and we have actually been reading. I mean, reading is a stretch. Some of the time I just showed up at the meeting, but you know, it happens like that sometimes, but they still love me. And so I am committed to finishing the 2 books that we've read so far this year, and the one that we're going to be reading in July. I am going to read it. Okay. Ooh, now this one, we have done a whole video on physical books in my house, and I actually want to erase this because we're not doing TBR, but just unread books that are in my house will be transferred here, and I don't even think that these 2 pages will be enough. So I'm wondering, yeah, I think it's gonna take 1, 2. I think we'll need all 4 of these pages, and so the digitals won't even have a space, honestly, because I do still want to do a quotes page, and I have been doing really good. Okay, so go back, Felicia, train of thought. We will do a physical unread books list here and here, and then this will be decorated as a favorite quotes from a book page, which is kind of exciting because I have been doing a really good job of keeping track of my quotes and different things that I loved from books. So yeah, so this will definitely be exciting to come back to. Okay, and then we get into the months, and this was January. I'm supposed to have a quote here, so I will choose a quote from a January book, but I did do the how long it took me to read each book. That is very exciting, and so I need to definitely put my little quote and finish this spread. But I did really good with the month of January, writing all of the books that I read and writing something to remember each of the books. There are a few that are blank, but In Control, ooh, that was about the NASCAR driver, and he started dating his neighbor across the street. The Bridge Back to You is a second chance romance. That was really, really good. I like Reese. I had one of her books in a video not too long ago. Ooh, Off the Leash by Maldu. That was super good. I remember. So there are things that I remember, but clearly I need to go back and write about them. Okay, so this was the spread that I was going to finish, and that's February. But again, I think that I'm just going to kind of vibe out and just catch up to what I can and see what I can get done today, because there are quite a few spreads that need some work before I even try to move into February, March, April, May, and then of course June. So with that, I'm going to stop talking and get to work. I probably won't, well, I'm not gonna say what I will or what I won't do, but yeah, let's just dive in and see what we can get done. Okay, friends, so child, not messing up the spread I just finished. This took me a little bit of time. I had to go through my story graph and get all of my data to kind of finish up this one, and that took a little bit more time than I wanted to. And I don't know if I told y'all, but this is like a little tip in with some metallic tape that has my key behind it. And then of course I filled in my month stats, and that's really all I'm gonna do in this video. I do think that I'm just going to kind of break up into other videos, me working on other spreads, especially since I'll be building spreads from top to bottom, which I think is kind of cool, and I love to watch it myself. But yeah, so that concludes today's video, and I really hope that you guys like this video and it's something that you guys like from me. And yeah, I hope to, well, not I hope to, but I'll be doing more of these. So until next time, you guys, bye.